Yo, what's up guys, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be doing my first listen to Lucy's fourth single album called Gatcha with an exclamation mark. Now I know some y'all may have been waiting for my full-on review slash first listen to their Panorama album. As you can tell here, I got the Running Man character pin on my mic here. I really wanted to see how though the B-sides are gonna break down in this fourth single album. As some y'all may already know, not only Lucy's title tracks hit, but their B-sides are just so out of this world, okay? Mind you, haven't listened to the Panorama album, of course, but I've listened to Flare before they dropped the Panorama album, and also, oh, I love Stove. Definitely one of my favorite B-sides coming from Lucy themselves. But aside from that, I've only heard good things about the B-sides on this fourth single album. I can't even imagine how the B-sides are gonna go right now, because I Got You has to be such a new side to Lucy while keeping their signature sound. But let's just get into this first listen, shall we? Alright, so this first song is called One by One. I'm seeing Wansang and Sangyup work together with Isaac Hong in terms of the lyrics department to this song. Now, if y'all not familiar with Isaac Hong has appeared on Superband in the past before, is an artist himself, of course, but has also came through with such an amazing OST for Uncanny Counter, one of my favorite Netflix K-dramas out there for sure, without the doubt. We got the likes in terms of leads such as Kim Sejong herself, but aside from that, I'm also seeing all the members working in the arrangement side for this song. We love to see it. Let's just get into it. Oh, let me turn it up here. The drums here, the tapping of the drums and the strings. Hold up. The usage of the vocoder here in Gwangil. Oh. Love the bass work in this. And the strings, the icy string work in this. Definitely some keyboard work in this. Yeah, Chan's violin there. Loving the vibes and energy in this. Sort of has this chugging kind of manner when it comes to the bass. Woo! Just from the string work with the drum kit work and the synths in this. Woo-hoo! Get it, Ye-chan? Building up, building up. Oh, wow. What a way to start this first listen, everyone. If you couldn't tell, this song is such a 10 out of 10 for me. And there's quite a lot to break down in this song. Totally unexpected coming from Lucy. But then again, considering Lucy's musicality and just the works of all the members together and how they work off of each other, and considering that they dropped I Got You in their previous releases, they really came through with such a jam and a half type of song, I've got to admit. You can hear these icy strings being implemented, Ye-chan here and there, and then that, don't even get me started with that violin solo. But then when I first heard Gwang-il come in with the vocoder, I'm like, no way, right? Majority of the time, good amount of the times you don't hear the vocoder being used in a boy band, more so a boy group with hard-hitting, groovy songs, I'd have to say, and not even this heavily in this kind of manner in a boy band, mind you, as well. Like, sure, we've heard it here and there, but not this heavily. At most cases, at most times, artists like to use vocoders so they don't get like a too crazy of a distorted kind of vocal effect going on. Okay, don't get me wrong here. Vocoder is quite different than just implementing vocal effects or auto-tune, no matter of fact. But how the vocoder is dropped on this is just so good. It really adds so much texture and depth in the song. It really rounds out the song, I've got to admit. Really love the acoustic guitar work. The bass in this was nice. Oh my goodness, Gwang-il, the drum kits coming out. Well, like, come on, you gotta hit me like this for this first listen right away. I think one by one, I don't know, it's definitely up there with Flare. I think it's definitely up there with the likes of Flare and possibly the favorite B-side coming from Lucy themselves. But let me break down some beautiful moments in this song. I mean, there's flourishing moments in this song as well, more specifically speaking, but let's just go back here. Okay, right away, when I first listened to the drum work here, it's just so fascinating because here we go. Let me play it first. Okay, of course we hear the acoustic guitar right away. And I love how we get multitudes of drum usage in this. We're not talking about your regular drum kits. We're hearing like the tapping of the bongos or something going on in this part after we hear the main drums come through. You hear that? And I've got to admit, I have to say this right away. I really love Sang-yup and Gwang-il's vocals in this so much. Even Won-sang, he has his moments in this song. He really does. Bit of the snare drums here. And I know, like, when people tend to hear this kind of effect, right away it jumps to like, oh wow, this sort of reminds me of Daft Punk. That's what I'm talking about. Usage of vocal effects, but more specifically the vocoder. And I really love how we get introduced right away with the vocoder, thanks to Gwang-il here. A little bit coming from Won-sang here. I love the looping in this section so much, and how it really makes you groove and bob your head like this. Such a beautiful bass going on. As time passes and the fire spreads, hold my hand and find it out one by one. Okay. I really love these icy chugging kind of strings going on. I wouldn't say chugging, more so the bass is chugging, but these icy strings that are not done in a disco kind of manner. Don't get me wrong, like I said in the past before, quite some times here and there throughout various songs, you could have icy strings to make it have such that disco feel, but in this case it's not done in a disco way, you know what I'm saying? Just more so in like a synth pop rock kind of mix, I've got to admit. Love the usage of the synths in this as well. Now we get like Gwangil's pure vocals here, just so good. I've been waiting for you, I'm still unfamiliar with myself, and I need time. Now we hear a little bit the vocoder. But at some moments, it's not just like the vocoder in the mix and a certain dollop going on. It's more so the layering in the song in some moments. The layering in this song is absolutely phenomenal. This is why I keep repeating myself, or I keep finding myself keep on saying the same thing, that Lucy just is out of this world. Their musicality is such on another level. They really are. A little bit of trap sounds. This time we're with Wansang with that heavy vocoder mix going on. Drive in the morning. I love the grit behind it, the emphasis in drive in the morning when he comes through. Snare drums will sing up here. Your everything is beautiful. The song is just so beautiful in terms of the lyrics as well. The lyricism. And I could really see Isaac Hong's influence in these lyrics too for this song, I got to admit. Now, before we get into Ye Chan's wonderful violin solo, and before this, I really thought, no way this gets better and better, but it really does. As the song progresses, this song gets better and better into a Ye Chan violin solo. But there's something to also speak about when it comes to the song. I think Lucy is honestly just so versatile with it. In just a short period of time, they've shown that they could really mess with different concepts, not only concepts, but different genres as well. And I really got to give it to them. I was initially blown away when I first saw them debut and their Red Velvet Bad Boy cover, right? Just how they put their own Lucy twist in their covers, their performances, and show their true identity and voice. You know, I'm trying to say, as one group, one boy band, when it comes to their music, is just everything. And most importantly, when it comes to the overall dynamic with all of these four boys, their instruments and their vocals, nothing is cluttered. nothing is cluttered at all. And that's just the one problem that I have here and there when it comes to some other boy bands, where either the made up instruments such as like the synths, synth sounds, electronica sounds, or like artificial drums come through instead of real drums, or just a mix and arrangement, I'd have to say, is where I can't identify who's singing what, or more so, I would say most of the time, instruments sounding so cluttered I can't identify what instruments being used, if synths are being used in a certain section of a song. But in this case, and many cases when it comes to Lucy's music, you can really identify what instrument is being played. Okay, oh, you got the bass guitar. Oh, now I'm hearing the drums. Oh, now I'm hearing the bongos now. Oh, I'm hearing Ye-chan's violins. And what's so beautiful about this, they use different drums. They use different string instruments. Sure, they come through with those synth strings or those icy strings at some moments, but they also earlier on there was a bit of Ye-chan, and then now into a violin solo. It's just so brilliant, honestly, just so brilliant. I would love to see a performance of One by One so badly. And I would love to attend in person for a real, like, in-person concert. And how it plays with us in this moment. Okay, like I said, this song only gets better and better. Oh, the tropes to this song, the unexpected moments and twists to their songs. And it's really evident in their song Flare, where they switch it up more than twice in that song. But wow, I just love the brief pauses in here coming from the respective members' vocals with the vocoder, with the guitar. Ye-chan's violin there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can identify who's playing what instrument, what instruments are being played in the song. Woo! Everyone one by one. What a way to start off this first listen, but let's just get into the next B-side now, shall we? So this next B-side is called Buddy. Now I'm seeing the same individuals behind the works. We love to see it. Isaac Hong again in terms of the lyrics, working with them, but let's continue. Ooh. Such a whimsical start. Oh. Ye-chan's violin here though was sang up. Oh my. Where's this going though? Oh. Woo. Hearing some piano chords, but you and me and I and us. Bangil. Oh, the percussion here. Ooh. Oh my. The violin work here. High five. And the hooks in this song. So good. Oh, hold up. Sangyo? Woo! Woohoo! Drive time. Bye bye. Woohoo! Super catchy upon first listen too. This is what I'm saying. Lucy does not miss, everyone. Wow, buddy. What a ride and a half this song really is. I think obviously lyrics wise, this is obviously a celebration of friendship, a friendship type beat kind of song, and it screams that truly with the hooks in this song and how fruitful and how bright sounding this song is. But what's so fascinating about this song is we get it in a stomping, rhythmic kind of manner, which I'm all for. I really am all for how it really starts with this whimsical start, but then it's really clear it's going with this rhythmic kind of movement and all stomping sounds in this. I wouldn't say stomping sounds, but more like a stomping kind of movement in this one in terms of rhythm. But how the chorus breaks down, but most importantly, how the pre-chorus leads into the chorus of the song. The chorus, this chorus, Button Buddy, has to be like, if there was a ranking system, it would be literally in my top 3, top 5 echelon in terms of Lucy choruses, without a doubt. The chorus really adds something where you could really grab onto and hold, but then when the chorus hits, oh my goodness, I think this song really showcases their vocals so well and showcases Ye-chan's violin skills in this one so much. Violinist skills in this one so much. But let's go back and break down some parts in this song because it was just that good. And clearly, another 10 out of 10 for me, everyone. Really. Such a whimsical start with the violin. But what I've got to say before we break down some parts, I think this is the song where the synths are most prominent, really. The synths are most prominent and their pure vocals are most prominent in this one, to be honest. My mom likes you more. Just so majestic sounding, this violin work by Ye-chan. We are looking for Woo! so fun with it in terms of the delivery. High five. Ooh. Sounds quite youthful at the same time as well. Love the percussion instruments in this as well. But let me bring back this part though. Hold up. A bit of the piano chords. I was wondering myself the whole time though, did I hear piano chords in this until later on where we heard more of the piano. But let's continue this. Love the guitar work with Gwang-il here coming through with his vocals. Like a wood block or there going on or something. Upside down. Looking for this switch up though, and how Ye-chan plays the violin, so good, so good. The littlest of details are always considered when it comes to Lucy and their music, and I really appreciate them for that and the people that work with them behind the scenes, like really. To wake me. High five. Steady, I'm with you. Feel like vibing. And this is where the emotional impact is added with Sang-yup's pure vocals in sort of like a kind of sweet gesture, a hugging manner. It feels like he's almost hugging you, but in reality he's not. He's hugging you with his vocals, of course. And what makes it just so emotional too is how we hear his vocals with the piano chords coming through that we heard earlier on. It wasn't so prominent, but now it's prominent into the bridge and the final chorus. So good. The violin. Bit of the snare drums. Woo! Buddy, I'm with you. Feel like vibing, feel like vibing. The hooks, but like the you and me is just so unforgettable when it's in the song. But wow, Buddy, 10 out of 10 type of song, everyone. Wow, really puts you on a journey with this one, a friendship type beat kind of song. It's definitely up there. I think it's neck and neck being the favorite B-side, but let's just get into the next one and then I'll wrap things up, shall we? So this final B-side is called Wonder. Now I'm seeing Adbless Subby in the works with Lucy. Now I'm not too familiar with Adbless Subby other than Adbless Subby has in the works with Cozy Pop, but I'm seeing Gwang-il taking part not only in the lyric side for this song, but the production side and the arranging side. So we love to see it. Our drummer, let's go. Seems like a very R&B start. Oh, with these chimes though. Whoa. Definitely not R&B. Love the bass guitar work here. Gwang-il. Love the violin work in this too. Everything changes because of you. Eating and wearing. Very city pop-esque, I've got to admit. The violin solo in the Sangyup though. Plucking out the strings there earlier. I can't believe that I'm hearing this from them though. Just very city pop-esque. Especially how the strings are done with the drums. Is your season now spring or summer or spring or summer? Back again with another violin solo, or more so a violin instrumental break. Ooh, Sangyup. The overall movement of this song is just so beautiful. Wow, what a song to conclude this first listen, and especially to Lucy's fourth single album called Gatcha. Totally unexpected kind of song coming from Lucy themselves, showing that they can mess with another genre, of course. City pop, a good amount of city pop. I love the melodies in this song and the hooks as well in this song. But I love how Ye-chan has his moments in this song, and Gwang-il has his moments in this song as well. So let's bring it back around here, if I recall correctly. Before we heard Gwang-il, and then now we're getting the Sangyup now, by the way. Very dreamlike, I've got to say. Phenomenal bass guitar work in this. But Ye-chan, he not only does this once, but twice in the song later on here. It was strange that you liked Midsummer. Really love the lyrics to the song as well. Love the drums in this, and Gwang-il, of course, and his vocals. Just the breakdown with the drums. And then we progress more and more here. Back to Ye-chan again. Kind of psychedelic feely to it as in some moments of the song. The tropes in the song too as well, just so good. And then we bring it further on, near the end. Very easy to listen to kind of song, and the one that has the least amount of electronic uses in the song and synths compared to the other songs, including the title track for I Got You. But to wrap things up for this first listen to Lucy's fourth single album called Gatcha, with an exclamation mark, mind ya, this has to be one of my top favorite single albums by them to date, for real. One by One and Buddy, I'd say neck and neck in terms of favorite B-sides, but One by One being slightly higher, and really due to how they really come through with the vocoder and how they use the vocoder and all the electronic elements in that, just so good. Then when we listened to Buddy, it had some beautiful piano chords. I really love, though, how in all these songs that we've heard, One by One, Buddy, Wonder, and even the title track, I Got You. Like I said, I can't emphasize this enough. As much as I feel like a broken record now, I love how I can really easily identify what kind of elements and what kind of instruments are being done in all of these songs. Love the overall arrangements to these songs. One by One, everything works so well together, meshes so well together. Buddy, I really love the choruses and pre-choruses throughout all of these songs, to be honest, and the hooks are definitely memorable throughout all of these, especially in Buddy, a friendship type beat kind of song. I really love how Lucy this time around really shows a new side of themselves. It really shows that they're maturing their sound, not, I wouldn't say too heavily, but transitioning and transforming, I should say, that's the correct word, transforming their own sound and messing with different genres, different instruments throughout their releases, not only in their title tracks but also in their B-sides. Like, we didn't only hear the drums by Gwang-il in One by One, we heard, of course, the tapping of the bongos, we heard those icy strings, but also we heard actual violin work in One by One. You know what I'm trying to say here? I love how there's just multiple layers to all these songs, like peeling of an onion. It never really ends until the song really ends. But all in all, this fourth single album is a 10 out of 10 for me. One by One being the favorite B-side, slightly more. I Got You is up there with One by One and Buddy, One by One and Buddy, to be honest. And then Wonder being the one that is so easy and gentle, easy and soothing to listen to, I'd have to say, and dreamlike at the same time. Really love the switch up there, and Gwang-il more so heavily in the works with Ad Blessed Subby in there. It really concludes this single album so well. And with that being said, considering what I've heard throughout all these songs, including the title track I Got You, I love how cohesive this fourth single album is. Even though it's a fourth single album and it's not a mini album or full album to really talk about, this song is very cohesive due to the fact that how electronic sounds are being done, different genres are being messed with. Synths are used heavily in one song, synths are not used too heavily in one song. String, Ye Chan's violin solos in some moments that you don't expect it. The bass guitar work in the works, especially in Wonder, really, and using quite heavily a city pop genre in Wonder. So yeah, I gotta give it to them. I'm gonna be streaming these songs for sure on my own time. But if y'all enjoyed this first listen, be sure to like, share, and maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. I can't emphasize that enough. Stay tuned for more Lucy content, especially my first listen / full-on review to their Panorama album. Shout outs to all the members, of course Mystic Story, and everyone behind the scenes working with Lucy. Isaac Hong, Choi Young-hyun, Oh-yeon, Park Ji-hyun, and if I recall correctly, Ad Blessed Subby. But with that being said, as I always say throughout my videos, be sure to have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. Please stay safe. Promise me that. It's crazy out there. Take care, everyone, and peace.